Hi everyone! Today we are going to talk about the Behavior Observation Form. This is a form that we encourage all volunteers and staff who are working with dogs to use. You can pull this form up at any time on the computer in the hallway at the main shelter to report a behavior observation or concern. This form is also available at our off-site locations if you ask a staff member to pull it up on their computer. This form is automatically submitted to our behavior team. This form is important for a bunch of different reasons, and it's not just meant to be used for concerns about our dogs. You can also use it to share a positive personality trait that we may not know about. For example, if you're working with a dog and you notice that they are being jumpy, mouthy, this would be a concern you'd want to report. Likewise, if you are working with a dog that is a dream on the leash, you'd want to report this too. If you introduced a dog to a family with little kids and the dog was fantastic with them, that's also something you'd want to report. Too often, we hear about behavior concerns that were observed, but only after the behavior has escalated to a fever pitch and something serious has happened. You should never feel discouraged to report a behavior concern. It is not a negative reflection on you or the dog. By not reporting concerns, we miss the opportunity for early intervention. The likelihood a behavior concern will occur again without intervention is high, with the potential that the behavior will also escalate. Please help keep fellow staff, volunteers, and potential adopters safe by completing the form honestly, accurately, and in a detailed fashion. I'm now going to complete a behavior observation form. Please note, this is not a real KCPP dog. I've made them up just for the purpose of this video and to show you how this form works. So the first step is to type in my email address. We need this in case the behavior team wants to follow up with you about the behavior you experienced. Then I'm going to type in my name, first and last. We have a ton of volunteers with the same name, so it's important you put your first and last name. I'm also going to select whether I'm a staff or volunteer who's reporting the observation and today's date. The next thing I'm going to note is the animal's name and the animal's ID number. If you do not know how to find this information, please ask a staff member to show you. And then I'm also going to note the dog's location. So now it's time to describe my observation. It's really important that I just stick to the facts and I don't try to assume how the dog was feeling or what they were thinking. If you need some guidance on how to do this, you can click the link here and a separate tab will pop up explaining the difference between subjective and objective. For example, instead of saying the dog became really scared because of a loud noise, you could say after a loud noise, John Doe started to pull on the leash, give whale eyes, and started panting. So just facts. So when you're ready, you can go back to the observation tab. And for this example, I'm going to explain how John Doe was jumpy and mouthy with me on a walk. I need to give as much detail as possible, including location of where this happened, just in case that influenced his behavior. So I'm going to write, John Doe was jumping up on me, biting at the leash, and mouthing my arm with a hard mouth. No skin broken. It's important to note that. As we walked down the kennel road to begin our walk. Once outside, he was no longer mouthing, but continued to jump up on me throughout our walk around the shelter. So once I'm satisfied with how I described the experience and I double check it to make sure that I described just facts, I have a few options, so I can send myself a copy of my responses if I just want to see what the behavior team sees when it gets to their inbox. And to do that, I would just click this button here. And then when I'm ready, I can click submit. And as you can see, the observation went to the behavior team. So it's as easy as that, and we are wanting everybody to fill this out when necessary, just so we can keep track of the dogs and make sure that we're giving them the kind of care and attention that they need. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and ask. Thanks, guys.